In this class, we will revisit our previous lab program, which is a program to find the maximum and minimum of two integers. So by revisiting the previous program, we will understand one of the very important aspects that every programmer must follow. So what is that? So just by revisiting the program, we will understand that very important aspect. So this is our previous program, and while writing the program, so I have a question for you. While writing this program or while writing the program on your own or listening to the class, did you felt that this program is somewhere, the logic related to this program is somewhere incomplete? Have you ever felt that? So if you have ever felt that, so you are on the right track. So what is that? What is that is unaddressed while writing this program? Here we have considered the case where n1 is greater than n2. And what if the value of n1 and n2 are equal? Have we addressed that consideration? Have you addressed that case? No, we haven't addressed that case. And that is very important, right? So let's see the output so that we can easily understand the concept. So I am running this program again. And here what I am doing is I am giving two numbers. The two numbers are 36 and 36. Means both the numbers are equal. Now what is the output that we are getting? So first what it will check in the if condition n1 greater than n2. Here the case is failing. And immediately we will shift to the else part. And in this else part, the maximum value, both the values are equal. But the n2 value will get assigned to max and the n1 value will get assigned to min, which is a little bit meaningless, right? As the values of n1 and n2 are equal, why we are printing that the max number is 36 and the min number is 36? So it is one of the aspects that we are missing. Here the point that we need to understand in this video is, to be an efficient programmer, we need to address all the possible conditions in the program. So this is very important point that you need to take from this video, not the program. This is the point that you need to understand. So what is that is, you need to address all the possible conditions that is there in your program. So my suggestion is, you write all the possible conditions on a separate paper, and based upon the requirements of your program, you take whatever the conditions that are important and implement those important conditions in the program. So try to understand this. Okay. So now what is that we are missing? We are missing the case of where the value of n1 and n2 are equal. Now we will go on to the program. We will understand the program in a very detailed way. Here I have taken this program, rewritten that program again, but here I have taken a new variable. Now what is that variable is? It is flag is equal to 0. Now what is the use of this flag variable? In some of the programs, while writing the programs, this is one of the very important logical way to address the problems, where we take the variables by name flag. So why? Means in order to address a special issue, whenever we want to track special issues, so in that cases we will use this variable called flag. Not exactly you have to take the variable name flag, it is up to you, but taking the name along with the flag is it is very meaningful. Okay, so that's the reason why I have taken the flag value is equal to 0. Now remaining program is almost all same. The inputs will be taken, n1 and n2 will be taken. Now coming to the logical part, a bit changes are there. Now here, if the value of n1 is greater than n2, so if that is true, means they are not equal, right? So now the value of n1 will be assigned to max and the value of n2 will be assigned to min. Now if this case condition fails, there are two possibilities. Previously we have directly jumped into the else case. So now we got two cases. The first case that we are going to consider is, we have to check whether the number n1 and n2 are equal or not. Now I have taken the else if. So why we are going to use this, when we are going to use this else if part? Whenever we have more than two conditions to be addressed, whenever we have to make a choice from more than two conditions, so that is the case where we will use this, right? Theoretically we understood in our previous example, previous classes. Okay, so now the else if part is having the condition for where the value of n1 and n2 are equal. n1 is equal to n2. If this is true, what we have to do? If this is true, we are going to consider the flag value is equal to 1. So we are changing the value of flag from 0 to 1, means a special condition has to be addressed. A special condition is being addressed. Okay, now let's assume that the value of n1 and n2 is not greater than, and it is also not equal to the else part. The default part, it is stating that the value of n2 is greater than n1, which is our previous case, right? So now the max value will become n2 and the min value will become n1. Okay, so now once the logical part is done, the final output part. Here we are using the flag to display the content separately. Why we are using that? There is a special case. That special case has to be addressed, and it is addressed by using the variable flag. Now in the final output, if the value of flag is equal to 1, what I want to print is both the inputs are equal. Flag becomes 1 means both the values are equal. If the flag remains 0 means if this case fails, the previous printf statements will get printed. So what are those previous statements? It is the maximum number is the value of max and the minimum number is the value of min. Try to understand this. So this part is, so here we have understood two very important points. One is address all the conditions that are there, that are possible for the given program. Use only those conditions which are required for your program. And the second point is a flag is used to track special conditions. Okay, a variable flag is used to address special conditions. Okay, so that's it. That is the very important point that you need to understand from this video. So that's it for this video. See you in the next class.